All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Edgar Alvarez. I'm currently a San Jose State University student. I'm a kin major, mainly focusing on rehab science. Hoping to go to PT school pretty soon, and hopefully become a physical therapist. So in this video, I'll be talking about the difference between dynamic versus static stretching, and the importance of a proper warm up and cool down before a physical activity or after a physical activity. And if you haven't checked out my first video, I talked about the benefits of being physically active. And some of the main points I talked about was how it helped with weight management slash loss, how it helped reduce health risks, how it helped improve mental health, and just improve quality of life for people who are more physically active. So if you haven't checked out that video, I'll link it in the bio. And yeah, go check it out. So for this video, I'd like to start off with just talking about the importance and benefits of a proper warm up slash stretching. And just the main purpose of a warm up is just to honestly just to increase the body temperature, so the body's more well prepared to for that physical activity a person is going to participate in. It helps the body prepare for an aerobic activity. And that is by increasing the amplitude of VO2 response and a reduction of VO2 slow response. So it just pretty much means it helps a person increase their endurance for that physical activity if they warm up properly. It also helps decrease the chance of injury they might get, and this is due to the motor recruitment, which reduces strain on each of the individual muscle fibers. So it just pretty much prepares all the muscles that are going to be used for that physical activity. So it decreased the likelihood of them getting injured. It also helps the person get a better range of motion and flexibility. Same thing. It helps reduce risk of injury, and it's also an opportunity for the person or athlete just to mentally prepare for an activity. So like they get in the zone right before they're about to like either squat, just go for a run, or just play a sport. And a proper warm up should be around 10 minutes long at least, and should focus on all the muscles that would be used during that exercise. So like if you're doing like a lower leg day at the gym, you want to make sure all your lower leg muscles are properly warmed up. If you're playing like football, soccer, you want to make sure all the muscles you're going to use are properly warmed up, so like legs as well. And if you're going to bench, your upper body. And yeah. So now that we've talked about warm up, I want to talk about the benefits of a cool down, which is after a workout. So it's kind of like the opposite of a warm up, and like the name, like it says in the name, it just cools you down after a workout. So this would pretty much be if you're like on the treadmill at a certain pace, you want to start slowing down that pace, so you won't just like stop out of nowhere, and your body's not ready for that. Cool down helps prevent muscle cramps and dizziness. It also helps lowers a person's breathing rate and heart rate. And stretching after physical activity can actually help reduce the buildup of lactic acid, which is like one of the things that may cause like soreness, and so it helps prevent soreness. And just like a warm up, it should be around 10 minutes long. Probably I usually do a little bit more, but yeah. Now that we've talked about the benefits of a warm up and cool down, I want to talk about the difference between static stretching and dynamic stretching. So static stretching is pretty much one of the most popular ways of stretching that most people use. Static stretching is a stretch in which a person is standing, sitting, lying, or holding a single position for some time. It's usually around 30 to 45 seconds. And static stretching has actually been found to increase range of motion at the joints. It increases body and muscle temperature, which increases nerve conduction velocity, and it also increases muscle contraction. It also increases a person's blood flow. So some right here are some examples on the screen are some of the examples of static stretching. But right now I'm gonna provide some examples of static stretching you can do before a lower leg workout, for like if you're gonna go for a run, if you're gonna do some squats, or just a lower leg day. So right now I'm gonna provide some examples of those. All right, first we're gonna go over some static stretching. We're gonna start with the upper body. So we're just gonna bring our arm over, and then each stretch you just want to hold it for about 30 to 40 seconds. You want to switch. I'm gonna do some leg static stretching. So first, you just want to reach down, go as far as you can, and try to reach your toes. Hold it for 30 seconds. You should start feeling in your hamstring. You want to try to keep your knees straight and just go as low as you can. You don't have to go all the way down, just as far as you can. And this should target the hamstring area. I'm gonna go back up slowly. And we're trying to get the quads right now. So you want to grab one leg. And if you need something, you can hold on to something just to keep your balance. And same thing, you just want to keep your chest straight, hold your leg back, and try to hold it for at least 30 seconds. You just want to switch legs real quick. Same thing, if you need something to hold on, just keep your balance like that. It's okay. Try to find your balance. It might take a bit, but try to find it. Hold it for 30 seconds. Alright. Next one, you just want to open your legs a little bit. And you just want to lean to one side. You should feel it down your leg over here. Same thing, you just want to hold it for at least 30 seconds. Then you want to switch legs. Try to keep that balance. You want to feel it all the way down your leg. Should feel that nice stretch. Same thing, 30 seconds. Alright, for this one, you just want to go on the floor with just more leg stretches. Same thing, legs apart. And then just reach to one side and try to grab your toes. If you can't reach, you just go as far as you can and try to pull it back. 30 seconds, same thing. Should feel it on your hamstrings and a little bit in your quads too. Quads and your calves. Hold it for 30 seconds. Alright, switch legs. Next one. Hold for 30 seconds, same thing. Alright, next one. You're gonna put one leg back. So you should start feeling your quads right here. Put your leg back as far as you can, and just lean back. You should start feeling your right quad. For this one, try to hold for 30 seconds. Just lean back as far as you can. If you can't go down all the way, it's okay. You want to hold, should feel it tight, and switch. Same thing, other leg. Put that leg back, go as far back as you can go. Should start feeling your quads. Bring it forward. Alright, so the next one is called the pigeon pose. This one, really stretch your lower glute area. So what you want to do, one leg back, left leg back. Put your leg down and try to lean forward. Elbows down, forearm down. You should feel it down your leg. A nice good stretch. You're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. You can either do it like this, or you can also like lean, keep your chest up. Both work either way. And just want to hold it for 30 seconds. And then switch. Same thing. Your other leg, left leg forward, right leg back. Try to keep it straight and then just lean forward. 30 seconds as well. Just notice how like all these static stretching is pretty much you're just holding position, you're not actually moving, you're trying to just hold it for like at least 30 to 45 seconds. All right, now that we've talked about static stretching and I provided some examples of that for a lower leg day, I want to talk about dynamic stretching. And dynamic stretching is pretty much a movement-based type of stretching. So unlike static stretching, you're not just holding a position for a certain amount of time, you're just moving around and trying to stretch the muscles that way. And movements are usually similar to the movements that would occur in physical activity that the person was going to participate in. So like if you're going to play some soccer, you want to do some leg kicks, some like leg raises. You want to take like if you're going to pick up something from the ground, like you do some deadlifts, you want to do some like this right here. You want to just like start reaching down. And then if you're going to go for a run, some high knees would be a good thing. And studies have actually found that dynamic stretching has helped with the facilitation of power, sprint, and jump performance. So it helps a person improve their performance if they use this type of stretching. And so as static stretching, I'm going to provide some examples of dynamic stretching, specifically for like a lower leg day. And I'm going to start doing some dynamic stretching, which should be a lot different than actually static stretching, just because you're going to be moving a lot more. You're not going to be holding a certain position for any time. First, we're going to start with the arms, like upper body, same thing. We're going to do some arm swings, just forward first, both arms at the same time. Try to do it for like 10-15 seconds. And same thing, but backwards. Other way now. Alright, I'm going to do some lower body stretches. We're going to do some leg kicks. You just want to go swing the leg back, forward, back. Do a few of those. Do probably like 10, 15. Kind of warm up those legs. Same thing, other leg. Just forward. Just keep swinging those legs. Same thing, around 10 to 15. Alright, same thing, we're going to do side kicks. So pretty much side swings, we go like this. Try to keep balance with one foot. And if you need to hold on to something, you can hold on to something. Same thing, 10 to 15. You want to switch legs after that. Ten to 15. Alright, this one's a little bit more complicated. We're going to do a lunge and then a full body twist. Try to get that upper body and lower body a little bit more warmed up. So what you want to do is just one leg forward, right leg forward, twist to the right, left leg forward, twist to the left. You want to do that around like 5 to 10 times for each leg. So same thing, we'll go over it again. Right leg forward, lunge, and twist. Left leg forward, lunge, and twist. Do one more example. All right. So right leg forward, lunge, twist to the right. Left leg forward, lunge, twist to the left. All right. All right, another one that we can do for dynamic stretching, and this is like one of the ones I do for like whenever I have to squat or just do a lot of like leg workouts. Just some air squats. So toes pointing forward, arms out, and then just sit into it. There are like 10 to 15 of those. This could also be like a little workout right here too. Arms out, chest out. All right. All right, now that we've talked about both static stretching and dynamic stretching, which one's better? Both stretches actually have their pros and cons, and static stretching has a greater impact on range of motion than dynamic stretching, but it has been found to be more beneficial during, after the workout or post exercise, so like at a separate workout. So it's usually better for like a cool down stretch. And dynamic stretching was found to actually be better for a warm up than static stretching, and it helps just because it helps prepare someone for the specific activity better than static stretching. And but the most studies that I saw found that the best type of warm up would be one that included sub-maximal intensity aerobic activity followed by dynamic stretching and completed with sports specific activity. So that just pretty much means like the just like a light jog in the beginning or just like walking around, followed by dynamic stretching, which just is like general, just like a dynamic stretch, and it just complete the warm up with like sports specific dynamic activity. So it's pretty much if you're gonna be squatting, you're gonna do some leg like some body squats, so like no weights, you're just squatting, and yeah. All right, that's pretty much it about warm ups, static stretching, dynamic stretching, and cool downs. So for my next two videos, I'll be talking about strength training, mainly focusing on its benefits, and then I'll be showing like the proper form of how to squat, bench, and deadlift. And then for my last video, I'll be talking about high intensity interval training, so HIIT, and I'll be talking about the same benefits that come from HIIT training, and I'll provide example workout for HIIT training if you want to try that at home. All right. Hope everybody has a great day and stay safe.